You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the only one media group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Hello. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I'm your host, Dini. We have another very special guest for you guys, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say you have a powerful ally. I know you're like, okay, what are you talking about, Denny? So things change, and in that change, there is always opportunity. Change can often be frightening and difficult, and it can leave you feeling vulnerable and wishing things could go back to how they were before. But wishing definitely won't make anything happen. Instead, look at the change and decide how you can make the best of it. Changes will come, and they will bring with them new challenges. You can count on that. They will also bring new positive possibilities. Always keep in mind that change equals opportunity. The bigger and messier the change is, the bigger and more valuable that opportunity is. If you fail to see and make the most of that opportunity, the day will certainly come, that you'll regret it. And the world is changing faster than ever. So what does that mean? It means more opportunity than ever before. Rather than worrying too much about the changes, seize the opportunities that are embedded in them. Learn everything that you need to learn and find a way to make change your friend. And you'll have a very powerful ally. Take that from me, Coach Denny. That is my word, and word is bond.
Have you struggled budgeting your finances? Don't worry, you're not alone. HumbledBudget.com, that's HumbledBudget.com, is the help and resource you've been searching for. HumbledBudget.com is a personal finance and educational website with a great variety of topics when it comes to budgeting, taxes, investing, and the popular topic of FIRE, financial independence, retire early. HumbledBudget.com has a goal, and that's to help you reach your financial dreams, no matter what your goals are when it comes to finances. It doesn't matter where you start, where you come from, or where you are right now. HumbledBudget.com can help. What are you waiting for? Take that first step to the financial life you've dreamed of and go to HumbledBudget.com. That's HumbledBudget. HumbledBudget.com.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio, and I'm your host, Deanie. Our interviews are designed to go beyond the music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings. The ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. I want to welcome you guys to an exciting interview with Y-Dresta, an exceptional, talented, independent hip-hop artist, executive producer, songwriter, and investor. Hailing from Sacramento and San Diego, California, his ability to blend creativity with sharp business acumen has propelled him to collaborate with some of today's biggest names in the industry. You know them. So get ready to dive into his world of music, entrepreneurship, and the future of 365 Cliq music. Y-Dresta, what's up, brother?
Big dog, what's going on with Denny, man? What's popping with you, bro?
Oh, man, you got it, man. It's good times over here. How about you?
Always good to hear from you, man. I'm good. Just been locked in this lab, wrapping up this project right now. Just back to the music, going crazy, man. I got something real special coming for y'all. You're going to like it.
For sure, man. So you hit me up the other week, and I thought for certain you were done with music, you know, as an artist. And he was like, yo, I got one. Need you to check it out. Man. So, man, who got you back in the studio, bro?
Man, I'm going to be honest, man. I've had a big love-hate relationship with the music, you know, always. Like, I'll go hard for a while. I'll fall back. I'll go hard. I'm always there, but usually behind the scenes. So what really made me just kind of get back to it is I took, like, I want to say probably like a 2-year break off of my music in particular. And I just really been behind the scenes, like producing. I've been managing Chewy for a while, who's like one of the dopest artists out there. So just having a lot of fun with him, you know, bringing his artistry to the next level, really painting the world with him. And, you know, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think what it was that woke me up. But something happened. I can't really remember what just kind of clicked one day, but just all this good energy. You know, I was booking a bunch of shows for a whole bunch of folks, legends over that 2-year period. And something, I don't even remember what it was, man. Probably one of the Poncho beats that he sent over that just kind of talked to me. And I just started really just getting back to that pen. And I started doing morning sessions. So what I'll do now is I'll wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning on the weekends. I got the studio at the crib. So I'll go out there just with some coffee and then just start creating. You know, no alcohol, no, you know, smoke or nothing, just straight coffee, no breakfast, nothing, and just see where it goes. And that really just kind of woke me up a little bit, man. So maybe it was just trying something new, because I've always done my sessions at night my whole career. But these new morning sessions just kind of woke me up and, you know, got my creative stuff flowing again, something crazy.
Man, that is what's up, bro. I'm glad to hear it, man. And you actually did your thing on that track as you normally do. It's like you didn't miss a beat. I think you got even better, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. I feel like I've been blessed to continue just to outdo myself over the years. Every time I do a track, I'll be like, oh, man, this is it. I don't know if I could do better than this. I'll end up doing better than that. So it's a blessing to be able to constantly outdo yourself.
Absolutely, man. So before we get into the meat of everything, before we get into the why you do it, the how you do it, I want to know about the who. So if you could, man, give us a little peek into your genesis, the beginning of Y-Dresta.
Absolutely, man. So I grew up in Sacramento, California. I wanted to be an athlete, didn't have a lot, single-parent home, just grinding sports every day. Always loved music. Was no real musicians in my family, wasn't musically inclined or nothing, just loved music. Like, I had the ability to listen to people's stuff and then just almost memorize the whole tracks pretty quick. So I would eventually, you know, just walking from here to here, playing sports, start rapping other stuff. I would throw my city in there versus the city and stuff. And I just really had a love for music. So fast forward a little bit, I'm like, I don't know, I started writing poetry around like 11, 12, 13. We ended up moving to like this complex, like an apartment complex that was just hating on us, wouldn't let us play no sports, call security if we start doing anything, you know, like dribbling a basketball, throwing a football type. So, you know, I started getting into some other things, and that's when I really started just playing around with this music, right around like 13 on some karaoke stuff. And ever since then, just kept sharpening the blades. And even before I had any talent, I knew one day I was going to, you know, be a big part of the music culture, and even if not have a label, have a brand that puts out nonstop music on legends, a bunch of dope artists and all that. But music is something that always just made life fun. You know, life is a very stressful, you know, crazy place unless you have something that kind of keeps you cool. So music is that for me. It's that medicine.
Absolutely, man. And your journey as an independent hip hop artist, executive producer, is truly inspiring. Can you share some like key moments? Yeah, man. Can you share some key moments that that kind of helped shape your career and creative vision, especially as an executive producer?
Absolutely, man. So the reason I got into executive producing is because I never really had anybody to like really give me some good game. Like even when I was young, paying for studio time, they were just like hit and record. No one was really trying to guide me to making better music. I didn't even know what bars were at the beginning. I would just write a whole page and just scribble. So eventually I just tried to study in, formats and music, trying to get better and better. So when I was 19, I moved back to Sacramento. And I was hungry. I always had to hustle. I've been hustling since I was like 7. So I always had to hustle. So one of my homegirls, Sasha from Palo Alto, she was going to a Too Short video shoot out there. And I was tall, I'm like 6'3", so she thought I was old enough. She was trying to bring me. I'm like, Sauce, I'm 19. They ain't going to let me in. She's like, oh, okay, bet. Well, I'm going to have Short call you from the club. In my head, I'm like, he ain't finna call me. He finna be in there with a bunch of bad ones. He ain't got time. So long story short, they called me that night, and she kind of told Short about me in the club. He gave me some real good game that really just kind of sharpened my blades and made me go 10 times harder. So from then, I was, pressing up, 1,000 flyers here and there. I used to walk through the mall, one side to the other, jig off 300 flyers, flip a couple CDs, book the studio times, and just consistency, just being in there, getting better every single track. Of course, the early stuff was a mess. Then I started networking with some real big artists, and, again, I wasn't, in my opinion, I wasn't even that talented, but because my hustle, my drive, my energy, and there's the truth behind what I'm talking about was felt so heavily, it ended me up in some real big rooms with some real big legends. And I started doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, as you know, linked up with Q Loco, tied me in with Bizzy Bone. Now we got tracks with Bone type stuff. It just kept going up. Then, we doing stuff with everybody, MC8, Cocaine, Swisher House, Spice One. I don't know. It just always, once I had that momentum from 19, it was like a bullet going straight forward. It was just like, once I tasted a little bit of like, oh man, this is really it. Like, I'm really right here, bumping shoulders, because once you make it to that level, we all just regular people who feed off each other's energy. So it ain't no looking up at these guys as gods and idols no more. It's like, these are the homies now. Like, we're cool, I'm in the studio with Brother Lynch type stuff, like everybody I grew up listening to, I ended up in the studio with these guys, having drinks, putting one up vibe, and just soaking all this good game from the greatest. So it's like, how can I not be great when all I'm doing is chilling with greatness,
Yes, sir, man. So I could imagine, I know you got over the phase, or not even a part of that phase, but, just looking at guys as your equals, the homies, you're kicking it, you're vibing, learning and politicking. But when it came to collabing, and, there's a certain level of professionalism, especially like a guy like Bizzy Bone. You already know he's going to bring it, to the third power. How do you approach these type of collaborations?
Man, well, again, my business has always been good. So just depending, I always try to hit people with a proposal and an offer that I would do if I was in their situation too. So I don't ever come at nobody like a fan. I'm not like, I've been listening to your music forever, blah, blah, blah. I don't never do that. So people actually don't like that. Just come at them with a business proposal. Hey, I got this real good song I think you sound crazy on. This is my budget, blah, blah, blah. I can give you this plus, X amount of publishing off the back end. I got a real good marketing strategy for the thing. We could tie our audiences together. I think we can make some serious noise with this. And when you're coming at them on a level of professionalism, it's not, out of their inboxes, 80% of it's just fan mail. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to do a song with the legends. But when you come to them with, a plan that makes sense, it gets to the top. So even if their management gets it, which is what happened back then, management gets it, they relay the certain messages. Next thing you know, the phone call ringing, we on the phone and we doing music. So you just always come professional. First impression is everything. If they're not your homie, don't talk to them like they are your homie. Just talk business. Get your foot in the door, and then once y'all cross that boundary, you know, you could switch gears a little bit, but always keep it professional, always keep it G.
Absolutely, man. What have you learned from working with some of these talents like Bizzy, Wright?
Man, I've learned so much, man. I'm going to be real. Speaking of Bizzy, Bizzy's the first artist that ever made me rewrite my verse. Like when we first did Wartime way back in the day, me, him, and Q Loco, I ain't going to lie. When they sent me that track, bro, I probably rewrote it like 3-4 times because he just absolutely went insane on that thing. So that's not an easy thing to come after when you're 19 years old, 19, 20. I don't even know how old I was. So that really just made me sharpen my pen and just be like, hey, it could always be greater. It could always be greater. So that did teach me, though, when I started doing songs with other legends, if I knew they had firepower like that, I would write my verse first and then just give them the concept. Because one of the hardest things you could ever do is listen to a legend like Bizzy or, you know, somebody of his caliber and then come right after him. Because the way he's swinging that machete, it's just like, even if you got a gun on you, you gonna get cut, you know, like. So it just really taught me, patience and just watch for the grooves, patterns and stuff like that. But so, yeah, Bizzy just taught me, like, it's okay to rewrite it several times. That's the main thing I learned working with him. Get it right. Don't ever settle. Your first verse is not your best verse sometimes. I think it took me like 3 or 4 verses to get that one right. Bizzy Wright actually hopped on the remix of Married to the Music. That song's still unreleased in the vault to this day. That song is fire. Dizzy killed his verse. MC8, Cocaine, they just, working with the OGs like that, I wouldn't say they really taught me nothing, no, but just the energy that they rubbed on me just from collaborating them was just like, it's like being in the military and getting your badge of honor type stuff. You know what I mean? So as I'm collaborating with all these legends, I'll usually soak up work ethic and grind from them, but it's just that confidence builder as your catalog just gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and you're looking like, sometimes I'll forget X-Rated. I got a song with X-Rated, one of my favorite rappers growing up. So it's just like, when you're doing songs with the people that made you want to do this, it's like, can't nobody tell you nothing realistically. You just got to keep yourself in good energy, try to stay healthy as possible, and just grind, stay hungry.
Yes, sir. And your Independent Powerhouse 365 Cliq music sounds like a game changer. Could you tell us more about your vision for the platform and how it empowers other artists?
So 365 Cliq music, man, it's a lot more powerful than people think, because a lot of what we do is behind the scenes. So I've probably independently gave over 150 artists the game. I can't say all of them, took it and ran with it, but some of them did, and I'm proud of the ones that did. They're doing amazing things. But me personally, 365 Cliq music, we just want to bring greatness to the sport of hip-hop, greatness to the game, and just contribute, because I'm sure you can hear the state of music nowadays. There's still a lot of good music, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of trash going out there too, a lot of clout chasing. It's just the game. That's why I had to take a couple years off it. The game is so corny, so fake, so watered down and nut riding. It's a very ugly, disgusting industry to be in. And you just have to kind of play the game without getting too deep into that mess, because you're going to get mud all over your clothes. It's a very dirty game. So, again, all we're doing is bringing absolute great music. We're teaching artists the way on the way. We're teaching people how to do it independently. We're teaching them good business. We're teaching them how to get paid off your music for life. Everything. Teaching them how to approach legends for collaborations, how to write business proposals, get your contracts right, mapping tours, everything. So 365 is here to stay, man. We got some greatness coming out, and just stay tuned. 365cliq.com is going to show you a lot of what you need to see,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys, we're about to get into one of the singles. It's called The Top. It has Y-Dresta, Chewy, and Plus.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
So you guys stay tuned. Here we go.
What? I thought somebody said something. Cause of my limp, I should've came in with a cane like a pimp. Shit, yeah. And then I did a little two-step like this. Plus, what up? Yeah, me and Plus just pulled up in a pickup truck. Don't start no stuff, won't be none. What? They ain't even see me coming like Eon Flux. Drop a couple on her page, think I'm Elon Musk. It's a cold day, the hell froze, we don't slide. In a circle full of G's, dog, we don't die. They just gave me all the chips like Frito pie. Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, we don't see those guys. Got a plug on something crazy in a 305. When she Instagram video, it's me, oh my. Only fans getting bands, let me see those thighs. I heard a nerd had words for me, he won't try. I left 40 minutes early, I should be on time. Did a rain dance, then I let some C-notes fly. Wish I had another jock, where she be on mine. I be subbing for the sun, how I be on shine. Blind.
Yo, come around here talking like you somebody with not. I am real life, I ain't with the TikTok. Whole clique soaring through the cloud, counting knots. I'm on another flight for the loot, it never stops. Up so high, swear it's gotta be the top. Been on tour so long, it feel like it never stopped. Oh my lord, these little women love me lots. The whole world watching, but it's lonely at the top.
Bars, big pocket for the chip, big Glock on my side if I op on a trip. Big barrel, it's a mag, not a clip. I go big C plus if a hater want a trick. Big glory, a big story to tell. I got big faith, homie, I ain't going to hell. Not big timing, in the west side dwell. I'm going big camp player on the tracks I sell. Yeah, big click grinding, big chain shining. Oh, you big boy, where you small kids whining. Playing with the big boys, big toys. Randy Crocker, yeah, I like a big moist. Me and True on the track going dumb like yeet. We going big in the paper, we don't do it for free.
Oh, there's a big fee when you talk to the three. On the first, second, or third, you ain't featuring me.
Patty cake, bake a smash. You make that big cake shake on the Instagram. Whoa, trying to invite a ooze to her OnlyFans. Drop a thought like I saw her stand a bachelor man.
No, don't come around here talking like you somebody with not. I am real life, I ain't with the TikTok. Whole clique soaring through the cloud, counting knots. I'm on another flight for the loot, it never stops. Up so high, swear it's gotta be the top. Been on tour so long, it feel like it never stopped. Oh my lord, these little women love me lots. The whole world watching, but it's lonely at the top.
All right. I was jamming over here. Dope song, The Top. Let's go ahead and bring Y-Dresta back. Yo.
Man, y'all feeling that one or what, man? What you think, Denny?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
feeling it, slapping.
And speaking of, I got to shout out Chewy because Chewy's the only other person besides B that made me rewrite a verse. So shout out Chewy.
Wow.
That dude's pen game is crazy.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard Hip Hop Alumni. Me and him did a song called Hip Hop Alumni. So I had my verse. I had like half my verse written. This was over the pandemic. I sent it to him. He sent it back. I'm like, nah, this is trash. So I rewrote the whole thing, man. That guy is something crazy.
Yeah, Chewy is bananas. Dope.
Straight up, man.
All right, so, man, the intersection of art and entrepreneurship is fascinating. How do you use your creative skills to navigate the business aspects of the music industry effectively?
That's a good question, man. It's just, to be honest, like I said, I've always been a hustler, so I used to hustle different things when I was young, so I kind of blended in with the music and same hustle, different product. And then as I got smarter, a lot of people don't know, I'm a financial consultant on top of the music too, so that's why I'm so good with the business, and I can really tie things in to make it make sense, get the contracts typed in. So I got into finance about 10 years ago just because I was kind of burnt out on the industry. Just working from home for a small firm, but working with them, not for them. But, it's just finance is everything is about money. Money makes the world go round. So it's like, why not master something that controls everything, right? So now that I'm so deep over there, it's just so easy to just, put a proposal together, book anyone for a show, whatever it is. It's all numbers, man. You can do whatever you want as long as you have the business sense, the contractual language, and the financial backing to it. So you put them all three together, you're limitless. So I just kind of want to make sure that I had no roadblocks or anything that could stop me.
Absolutely. Man, where can our listeners connect with you and grab more music?
Anywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you listen to music, search Y-Dresta, Y-Dresta. I got about 40-plus songs available right now for streaming. I'm dropping one new single every single month between now and January 1st when I drop the new project, Cliq Business. So I'm making up for lost time. Again, I took that little big old break, so I'm going to just drop a bunch of music on you until we drop the project. So nice. Search Y-Dresta, follow me on the new platforms, and come on, ride this journey with me.
All right. Listeners, just in case you need those links, no worries. I will have them in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is just click those links. Y-Dresta, man, thank you so much for being our special guest tonight. It was truly an honor.
Always a pleasure, my man. Nothing but respect, bro. Appreciate you.
Sir. All right, man. Peace and have a great night.
Peace.
Rotella Resale, your premier collectibles, toys, and novelty retailer. Find the best and hard-to-find die-cast vehicles and action figures. Some of the most popular vinyl LPs, Zippo lighters, and comics. Support the best artists with our rock t-shirts and posters. You will find so much more at rotellaresale.com with free shipping on U.S. orders. Use promo code RADIO for 10% off your order. Visit rotellaresale.com. That is ROTELLARESALE.com.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio Live. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab it from either Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, Spotify, Castbox, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, the app Podcast Addict, or over at our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. If you like to request some music or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That is V as in Victor. And here's my disclaimer: we are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, scratch all of that, because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Just kidding. On behalf of myself, Denny, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, at all social media sites, as well as Spreaker, YouTube. We always follow back. Okay, well, just remember to put yourself into everything that you do and never stop investing in yourself. Peace, love, grilled cheese, and talk with you later.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.